good, fam? Can we talk? Let's talk. So, at what point in the game did we ever give our kids the impression that they get to choose what it is they want to eat for dinner? I mean, this has got to be the most craziest thing in the world, right? So, here it is lately. My wife will cook dinner, and the kids will be like, but I don't want to eat that. And I'm looking like, so? This is what we having for dinner. They said, what? Some point in time, uh, we might have been frustrated or something, or it was, a rough evening, or maybe something Mama was cooking and she was trying out a new recipe or something, and so it was like, yeah, I'm kind of suspect about that myself. So you're like, all right, well, go ahead and fix yourself some macaroni and cheese, or some ramen noodles, or some chicken fingers, or something, right? But it seemed like every single night now, the kids like, I don't want to eat that. You better eat what's on this dang table. This is what we having for dinner, and this is what you eating. I bet you better sit your butt down and shut up and eat that dang food. Having me wasting my money. But you better, boy. Now don't get it wrong, man. I'm extremely thankful. I'm extremely appreciative to be at a place in my life where I'm blessed enough that we got options for dinner. You know what I mean? Like I can remember growing up and everything that was in the kitchen cabinet was planned out for every single night of the week. This is what we gonna have. It wasn't even the type of food you can go in there and cook on. If Man, if I was hungry, we did stuff like mix syrup up in peanut butter and called it caramel and put that sucker on some crackers. You know what I'm saying? That's what we wanted to eat, and that was snack. Because if you didn't eat snacks, then you was eating whatever mama cooked for dinner. And we didn't have no options for dinner. Dinner was whatever mama bought at the grocery store to cook. That's what you was having for dinner. And if mama could afford to buy something that you might actually like, then that's what you was eating. If not, if it was boiled hot dogs and macaroni and cheese, and Lord knows I hate a boiled hot dog. That is the most disgustingest thing in the world. But if that's what we having for dinner, that's what you eating. And it ain't no, I don't want to eat that, mama. It's you better sit your butt down here and eat this food. But nowadays, kids live like every single meal they have is supposed to be the most enjoyable, delectable bite that they have instead of eating food for substance. Oh, yeah, that's your fault. You must have forgot where you came from. You talking about you got options. Now I'm thinking to myself, part of the problem is we spoiled our kids, right? We raised our kids because we finally got to a place where we doing better, right? We got to a place where we remember what it was like to be a kid and you hated eating boiled hot dogs. And no, I ain't gonna lie about the fried bologna sandwiches. Them was heat. So when we got a chance to have some fried bologna, you throw an egg on that sucker with some cheese. Woo! But anyway, other than that, yeah, if you had a couple of packs of boiled bar ass hot dogs, you know what I'm saying, and you boiled them suckers. Oh, bar ass hot dogs, them suckers is disgusting. You gotta burn them on the grill and smother them in ketchup. If that's what you wanted to eat for your snack, that's what you had to eat for a snack. But snacks was snacks. Snacks wasn't a replacement for dinner, right? And then there had the, but daddy, I'm starving. Whoa, my goodness. I got a flashback. I never forget the first time I said happened to make the mistake of saying I was starving in front of my grandfather. Boy, my grandfather was a harsh man anyway, right? When he said something to you, generally it was some off the wall, blah, blah, MF and this, that, and the word. He was just a blunt person. He didn't spare your feelings. He didn't. But this one particular time, I made the mistake of saying, I was starving in front of my grandfather, and his whole demeanor changed. I mean, like you ever see them little emblems where it might be smiling, and then all of a sudden the head changes and this, and he just went to this place, and he was like, "You are MF and lie. You ain't never had to starve. You ain't never known what it was like to starve. I had to starve. And I worked my butt off to make sure that every one of my children and my grandkids always had something to eat. Now, you might not have had to eat what you wanted, but you always had something on your plate to eat. And as much as it hurt to hear my grandfather go there and to go there and take me there, and like I said, it traumatized me. I'm still thinking about it to this day. Bet your butt won't ever say nothing like that again. Talk about I'm starving. I wish you would say it again, huh? The reality of it is I never known what it was like to starve. I've never known what it was like to truly starve. Now, I've known what it was like to be hungry, but I've never known what it was like to starve. There are people out here who are truly starving. And that's what almost frustrates me the most about my kids. Now, I know what you're saying, but daddy, what that got to do with me, right? It got everything to do with you. The fact that we have put in this work to be able to make sure that you got a roof over your head, clothes on your back, and food in your stomach. And now your butt is so dang spoiled that you just gonna sit here and tell us what you will and what you will not eat. Now, it's one thing if the food make you sick. Like for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, drives my brother nuts. Tomatoes make me gag. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ugh. Man, I think it would be a harsh trick if the zombie apocalypse came and I really truly am to a point of starving and I stumble upon a tomato patch. How bad do you want to live? But short of that, your kids ain't experiencing that, right? Your kids are just so conditioned that whatever it is that they want to eat, they just go eat it. We have gotten our kids to this place in our lives where they don't even appreciate the fact nor even respect the fact that there's a decent meal on the table for them. Sure, every meal, some meals we gonna cook, we gonna think about it and we gonna make that food that you really love and enjoy eating. And what's crazy is them kids don't even know what food tastes like. They just cook everything in the dang microwave and then smothered in ranch. That's disgusting. But most meals are generally just something to put in your stomach to give your body fuel. Every meal ain't supposed to be you eating it for pleasure. But that's just the way we have conditioned ourselves and conditioned our children to grow up to believe that everything they do is supposed to be the greatest experience in the world. And so the little suckers just grow up spoiled thinking that every dang meal we fix them is supposed to be amazing. It's not. It's just food. That is exactly what it is. Food. Man, this is crazy. Part of the game is that, man, these dang spoiled, rotten kids just gonna sit there and tell us, I don't want to eat that. I guess the real thing is it's our fault, right? It's our fault. We done got to a place where we remember what it was like, and so we just think we can give in. But you give an inch on this, you'll be giving an inch every other where. Next thing you know, your kids will be telling you, but I don't want that car. I want this car. Well, I don't want this. I want that. I don't want this phone. I want that phone. And then they'll just expect it because we caved with the food. Better shut your butt up and sit down and fix what's on that eat what's on that dang plate. I tell you what. All right, y'all. That's me ranting and raving. And my kids just took me there. Kids just took me there. The sucker Bills told me, I don't want to eat that. Hmm, hmm. All right, y'all. If y'all can relate, man, y'all go on ahead and leave a comment. How many of y'all are battling with some dang spoiled, rotten kids that just want to tell you that they don't even want to eat what's on the plate? Better shut up and eat that food. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed.